Hello everyone, this is Suresh. Welcome to SDT Automation channel. Today I am going to show you how to write the XPaths for the JSON responses and how we can retrieve the data from the JSON response. So this is going to be a very important topic as part of framework series of this REST assured. So do watch this entire session so that you will write an accurate XPath to retrieve the data from the complex JSON response. So let's get started. And this is a previous session that we have queried using some basic JSON path, like using a data dot and some attribute value, and also we have seen JSON body as well. That will work on basic information that is projecting, like only few details like ID or email kind of things that is only coming in the response. Then you can use this kind of approach. When it's an payload kind of response, which is a very complex to understand, so we need to write an XPath to decode the entire response. So that part we'll discuss here. So before we jump into the JSON path writing, we need to understand few terminologies like JSON. So what is a JSON? So JSON is an lightweight format that can be used to interchange the data between the computer and the processor. And whereas a JSON path, every JSON object is comprising of inherited hierarchy and a structured data. So this data has a JSON ending with a tree kind of structure, and each node in that JSON is an JSON element. So you will see the tree kind of structure. So in that you will find each and every node. So each and every node has some JSON element in it. So we'll discuss that now. So let me go to the Postman tool, and here we have one query which is a get query. So let me hit this, and here I am getting a response in return. So in this response we have many data. When we discuss the representation, so this is called as a root node. Under this root node we have this nodes in it. So each and every object here is an JSON element, and here we have a node. Under that node you have again few more elements under it. So we'll write an JSON queries to retrieve this information from here. So to write this we need some additional support from JSON path evaluator. So we'll go to our Chrome browser and we'll search for JSON path evaluator, and this is a JSON path online evaluator. You can hit this URL, and I will share this link in the description section. You can find from there. And let me copy the entire response from here and put it in the input side. Let me remove all this. So as I said, so this is a JSON, and this JSON starting point is an root node. So to represent a root node we have a symbol. So symbol called as dollar. So if you put the dollar, you can see in the evaluation results you will see all the details coming here, because it is a root node. After that root node you have all the values. Again, if you wanted to traverse inside it, you can go using a dot operator. So let me put a dot operator. After dot I need to get all the data. So here I have a data array, so I need to retrieve all this data array. So for that I will copy this data name and I will put it here. Let me put a dot, it's a comma. So if I put a dot here and data, so you will see it is only filtered which is under this array of data. You can see under this data we have all these elements under in the JSON array type, and in the evaluation result you will see all the array results came in here. And this is the one way of writing, and you have another way where you can use an array kind of structure. You can use like this, square braces open close and single quotation. You can write data and end with a single quotation. So this is also one way of writing. Either you can use a dot operator or you can use this square braces. Under that you provide a string kind of parameter. So you can put like this also. And after that you have a wildcard option in this JSON. So that wildcard plays a major role here. So what is a wildcard here? So here I have a JSON of array. Under that array I need to retrieve what all ID kind of information I have here. So let me put it. under square brace open close and star, right, dot id. You can see it has filtered all the IDs of entire data array. Under the data array we have n number of IDs, so all the IDs has been retrieved here. And you can try on email as well. So this is how you extract all the emails from this entire big response. So this is the one best approach using a wildcard. So wildcard means a asterisk symbol, or we can call a star symbol. And in case if you wanted to retrieve only one array only, I wanted to retrieve only one array element of 0th index. So how we can do? So here you have this star, right? So you can remove that star and you can provide a 0. So this means array starts with 0 index. So whatever is there under 0 index, it will retrieve all the information from there. And later you can add more assertions on this 0th index. I wanted to see id as this. So for that, what you can do, you can again write dot id and you can add an assertion for it. How you add in the Selenium XPath, right? You can similarly add this here and you will get the value. So value equal to what kind of assertion you wanted to add. You can add like this also. So this is a one way of writing. And now you wanted to see, I wanted to see 0th index, first index and also a 7th index. I wanted to see random indexes. So how you will do? So put a comma here and add one here. And again put a comma again, you add 4 here. So you will see 0, 1, 4th index data here. And then after you wanted to see what kind of IDs that is pointing here, you can see like putting a dot operator and ID. You can see all the IDs here. We can use this for very complex kind of JSON responses and you can retrieve the data at very faster. And even in interviews they will ask, how can you retrieve a data using a JSON path? Can you write an XPath for a JSON path of payload? Then you can show like this. And this approach is called as a slice approach. So you can represent like different approaches has different names, but this approach generally called as a slice approach because on a big data we are slicing few information and we have a expression in the JSON files. So this is a small query that we have written to get this data. So what if I wanted to provide this in an actual test cases, how can I do this? So this will not work. I mean sometimes this will not work. So I need a proper query which will give me the exact results. So for that you need to follow different notations here we have. So expressions are available in the form of XPath and CSS selectors. So you know right how the CSS selectors works. So you need to provide tag name, tag and its value. So similarly here we will write the XPath format and using a CSS selector format. So both in place we will try to get the response query. So here we have two objects. One is a question mark which represents the beginning of the expression and we have a @ option. So @ option represents the current node which being processed. So let me write for the. So here we have this entire response in the input. So starting with our dollar symbol and dot data. Right, we have retrieved all the arrays under that, and I need to write an query using a JSON path expression. So we have question mark which says starting of the expression, and then after you need to provide this open close braces. Under that you can provide @ dot, you can provide any value here, like I wanted to retrieve IDs. So you will see all the IDs coming here, but I wanted to retrieve an ID which is equal to, I need to retrieve an ID which is equal to 7. So it will get my 7th ID. So what if my ID changes? So I'm expecting in the response particular ID, employee, for say example Ramesh having an ID of 1234. I wanted to see who is of ID of 1234 in the response. Then you can write this query to retrieve that information. And then after you wanted to try ID which is greater than, ID greater than 1000 number. So 1000, after 1000 I wanted to retrieve all the employees number from my JSON response. Then you can provide greater than symbol, again you can provide 7. So here you can see all the evaluation results, you can see which is having the greater numbers here. So this is how you can do it. And even if you can try like this also, ID which is not equal to represents exclamation and equal to. So not equal to 7 you can provide, or you can remove the 7 and you can provide the 10 also. Then all the 10 ID related information will not be pulled here. You can see here we have a 10, but in the evaluation result you will see 10 is missing. So this is how you write it, and you can retrieve all the information which is less than my ID number 10. So less than 10 we have 7, 8, 9. So this is the expression that you write, and you can provide this expression as a JSON path expression in the actual test case of retrieving. I hope this session is useful for you. In case if you are new to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. In case if you like this session and information is useful for you, do post a like. Also do share with your colleagues. Do share your valuable feedback, comments, questions in my comment section. Thank you for watching.